All right, in this podcast lesson, I'm going to be going over sharp 9 voicings and specifically how to create them, the options you have to make them more advanced, sound better. Sharp 9 voicings was requested by a member and some other users too that follow Jazz Piano School, so I'm happy to provide that for any of you guys that might have requests. And with this particular podcast lesson, I'm going to be teaching you a couple different options, how to get started with them, and show you how easy it is to integrate them into your playing and start using them today. My name is Brendan Lowe, creator and founder of Jazz Piano School. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to go to jazzpianoschool.com to check out all of the amazing free education that we have available. It is allergy season, so have fun watching with this one because I'm going to town with my allergies and it's kind of a struggle, which you'll probably find funny, okay? With that being said, let's dive right in. Here we go.
All right, so remember, all we need to do to play a sharp 9 voicing is add it into our voicing. Now you're like, duh, Brendan, right? Okay, but what do we need? We need a bass note if we're playing solo piano. We need the shells of a chord. So here's a C7 chord that I'm creating by playing the bass note down here, shells. Now again, to create a sharp 9 voicing, all we have to do is add the sharp 9 in. So here is essentially the 1, or you can think of this as the 8. Here's the natural 9. We're gonna sharp this. There's our sharp 9. So if I play this voicing, right, all together, I got my sharp 9 voicing. Honestly, it's that easy. I use this voicing. This is a great voicing. You can play it between both hands if you want. And actually, I do recommend this sometimes. This will be more of an intermediate approach. This will be more of a beginner approach. Now, I shouldn't say beginner because we can create some more advanced voicings that I'm about to show you in a second. But if you are voice leading from a G minor 7, for example, you might do something like this, or maybe you have a rootless voicing on top. Here's my 1, 7, 3, right? And then let's say I'm just adding one extension, like maybe I'm adding the 9 on top. Let's say I want to voice lead to my C7 sharp 9 voicing. I would just go right to here, right? Now the voicing movement of this 9 on top to the sharp 9 on the C7, it's not the best voice leading option, right? So if you have some more notes in there, it kind of sounds a little bit better. And if I left my natural 13 up here, that might be a little bit more balanced, but you could absolutely do this, right? So the purpose of using a 4-note spread, 2 notes between each hand, or a 4-note spread where you have 3 notes in your left hand, kind of depends on your voice leading in the voicing you want to create. Now, like I just said, if we want to create a sharp 9 voicing, if we're playing solo piano, we do need that bass note in some capacity, so we want to hit the bass maybe. This is another way to do it. You can jump up to your shells and then hit your shells and your sharp 9 together. That's another great option for playing a sharp 9 voicing if you're playing solo piano. Hit that bass note, boom. Now my chord software is saying E major sharp 11, right? But since we've hit this bass note down here, the C, and let it ring out, it's gonna sound like that sharp 9 chord, C7 sharp 9 chord, okay? Now that's a very beginner approach of how to create a sharp 9 voicing. That's really all you need. If you want to start to take it up a level, if we create a C7 rootless voicing, you can alter your C7 rootless voicing by playing a sharp 9 here, right? Now you'll have the sharp 9 here, and you'll have a natural 13 in your natural third. So this is a great way to do it. Just like this. I got something in my eye that's bothering me here. And that will create your sharp 9 voicing for you, right? Just like this. So you're going to take your natural 9, move it up here. Now this is not an altered voicing, it's just a sharp 9 voicing. If you want to create a true altered voicing, you're going to need the flat 13 in there. So if you want to create an altered voicing from this, flat that 13 and you got your altered voicing. This is very useful in charts when you see C7 alt or any dominant chord that says alt. You're going to need the sharp 9 in there and the flat 13. So a really quick way, play your rootless voicing in your right hand, sharp the 9, flat the 13. If you're in the other position of your rootless voicing, let's say you're up here, right? Again, all I'm going to do, sharp the 9. Now the 9's on top now, right? Sharp the 9, flat your 13. So if I play this down low, right? So maybe I would go, it's a beautiful chord, beautiful altered chord, right? But that's taking it a step further. Again, we're just working on sharp 9 voicing. So let's go back to our beginner voicing. A lot of times people will play these huge spreads that sound so great. So what you can do is actually just add the 5th, maybe the root again, and double the sharp 9. This creates such a strong sharp 9 voicing. Like, listen to this. I can plunk a bass note down here. Woo! How beautiful is that? So we have 1, 3, 7, sharp 9, 5, root. Now, it doesn't matter any other notes that you want to add in there. Like, if once you have this, you can add anything you want. You can add the flat 13, the flat 7, the 1, and the sharp 9 again. That could be your voicing, right? It really doesn't matter. Like, if you start with this and then build on top of your sharp 9, that'll be great. Now, again, this is a really prime opportunity. I called this a beginner voicing before, but it allows you to expand into more intermediate and advanced voicings that contains these huge spreads that sound fantastic, right? When you're playing. Woo! Right? How beautiful is that? So you can start like this in a beginner position, then advance out, or like I said before, you can kind of do this two-hand thing where you spread out between two hands. But either way, that's going to be essentially your sharp 9 voicing. Now, all you have to do, if you want to make it a rootless voicing, take out your bass. If you're playing in a bass, if you're playing in a group, you have a bass player playing with you, he's going to be playing the bass note C, so just take out your root. So you could do this alone. You could do a 3-note voicing, the bass player will be playing the C down here, and play that sharp 9 on top of your shells. That's all you need, really. I'd recommend keeping your sharp 9 close to your shells. I wouldn't necessarily play it up here because it sounds like it's out on an island. If you do want to get this high sharp 9 on top of your voicing, just double it in an octave and maybe fill in the octave with some chord tones or other extensions, like any 13s or flat 7s is another chord tone. So I could do this. I could add the sharp 11 here if I wanted and the root here. That's a gorgeous voicing, right? C7, sharp 9, sharp 11. I don't know why it says, yeah. So that's, don't look at the software notation there because that's wrong. So C7, right? Sharp 9, sharp 11. Gorgeous voicing. I could switch to natural 5. I could add the flat 7 in there, thicken it up. And I got my doubled sharp 9s here to create that amazing sharp 9 voicing, right? So these are really cool funk voicing, clashy voicings that sound really just like scratchy and really cool when you're coming from a minor, right? These are going to be gorgeous jazz voicings where you're going to be like, woo, what is that, right? They're not soft. They're definitely jarring in the greatest way that jazz provides. So work on those options. Again, you're going to find this very easy, probably based on the way I just presented it, to start to incorporate it into your playing. And the more you start to practice this throughout the keys, obviously your F7 sharp 9s, your B flat 7 sharp 9s, and things like that. And just one more tip. The sharp 9 is just the flat third clashing against the major third. So anytime you have your C7, if you add the flat third in there, that's going to give you the sharp 9. I shouldn't say over C7, any chord. So if you play an F7 dominant and add the flat 3 in there, that's your sharp 9. So it's a really great mental trick to kind of find the sharp 9 quickly. Okay? Enjoy that. Hope you start to incorporate some sharp 9 voicings into your playing, and I know you're going to find them a lot of fun when you start to use them, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. Don't forget to go to jazzpianoschool.com to check out all of our free, amazing education, all of the free podcast blogs. We do have a membership if you're looking to take a next step forward with us, get access to over 1,000 different jazz piano videos, playbooks, mini courses, a main course curriculum, success path, and so much more. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at support@jazzpianoschool.com. I hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, happy practicing.